Okay, moving on to question 3. So questions like this are very, very popular in the exams, and the maths involved with them isn't particularly difficult, but knowing what to do is. So you have to read this very, very carefully. Make sure you know what you're going to do first and then start to work through it. Okay. So cover insurance sells insurance for laptops. They have 2 offers. Laptop insurance offer one payment only, £60 for 1 whole year. Okay. Offer 2, pay monthly, 12 months for £4.50 each per month or each month. Michael wants to buy insurance for his laptop. Show that if he uses offer 2, he's going to save 10% of the cost of using offer 1. Now, looking at keywords there, this one, you're not particularly bothered if this is about laptops or anything else. You're bothered about where it starts to talk about the money side of things, okay? So those are the important bits. And then it says show that he'll save 10%. So those are the important things in that question if he uses offer 2, sorry. Okay, so under offer 1 payment only, 60 quid. Well, that's sound. That's just one lot of £60, which is £60. Under offer 2, he's going to do 12 months and he's going to pay £4.50 each month. So that's 12 lots of paying £4.50. So he needs to do 12 times £4.50. Okay, now that is obviously multiplying decimals together. When it is pounds and pence, it might be easier to think about that thing as a 50p instead of doing 4.5. The skill 94 up there, by the way, is the multiplying decimals part. So if you struggle with things like this, you will have to do this at some point in GCSE. So please make sure that you can do this one of the 2 methods that I'm going to show you here. You can either do, the way I would do this is I'd say, well, I'm going to split the £4.50 up into £4 and 50p. So I want 12 lots of £4, which is £48, and I want 12 lots of 50p. Well, 12 lots of 5 is 60. With an extra 0, that's 600p, which is £6. So 48 add £6 is £54. The other way of doing it would be to do 12 times 4.5, and you would have to do that using your sort of columns. So 12 times 4.5, and then you would have to sort of multiply it like that. 5 times nothing is nothing. 5 times 2 is 10, 0 carry the 1, 5 times 1 is 5, with the 1 is 6. 4 times nothing is nothing, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 1 is 4, add that up and you'll get 54 again, right? Then it says show that if he uses this one, he'll save 10% of the original one. Well, the original one was going to cost him 60 quid, so 10% is £6. So if we take that off the 60, we get £54, which is the same as that. So what you would need to do there is show that you're going to do 12 times £4.50, get the £54 that way, but then also show that you would get it if you take 10% off the £60. So hopefully nothing there has been particularly difficult, but knowing what to do there is. There are other methods with that, by the way. There are other ways of setting that out and things like that, but I think that's the best one. I think it's the easiest one. Right, part B. During April, cover insurance sold 630 policies. How many policies per day on average did they sell for this month? Now the key word there is on average. That should straight away get you thinking. How many did they sell in total? Over how many there were, or the count. Right, well in total, we know there were 630 sold. How many days are there in April? Right, so that's going to go on the bottom, 30. Right, 630 divided by 30, you've got a choice here, okay? In your GCSE, obviously, you can, if you want to, do it that way. You can, if you want to, simplify this fraction down by dividing both sides by 10, so you're actually doing 63 divided by 3, or you can count up in 30s. You will, again, this will come up at some point, so make sure you have a strategy to do some that look quite nasty like that. 63 divided by 3 is 21. So your answer there is 21 on average. But it doesn't matter which way you do that. You can count up in 30s. You can try and do the long division that way. You can also try and do the long division with 63 and 3. It's up to you. 3 into 6 will go twice. 3 into 3 will go once. So your answer there is 21. Okay. So looking at the mark scheme, and this is the first one we're going to come across. You know, it's the first sort of bigger mark question really that we've done. So there's your mark scheme there. 12 times 4.5, £4.50. M1 must be seen. What that means is if you do not write that down, even if you write that down, you will not get 2 marks there. Okay? You must write what you're doing down with questions like this. So we've got that, 12 times £4.50 there, so that's 1 mark. We've got the 54, which is the accuracy mark. There. Correct answer only. What that means is if you write down 5,400 or 5.4, you won't get it. Okay, so we've got that there without £54. And then the last one, valid conclusion, e.g. showing this, showing that if you take 10% off that, you'll get this, you'll get £54 as well. So that would be our 3rd mark up there. Okay, right, and then part B. Method mark again, 630 divided by 30. This stuff here, allow for 630 divided by k, where k is 28, 29, and 31. Anyone spot why that's like that? It's because if someone, basically, they just said April, didn't they? People get the little riles, how many days there are in April, wrong. As long as you can do 630 divided by a feasible number. Obviously 28, 29 and 31 are the only other sort of days of the month type thing. Then you'll get a method mark, and then your accuracy mark is we get 21. We get 1 mark there, 1 mark there. Okay, and that's question 3 done.